Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of this patina out. And then I'm going to take my paintbrush, and I've got some water nearby. And this is not a water-based ink, so you wouldn't be able to thin it with that, with water. So I wet my brush and then I wiped it off. So I'm just going to put some ink in there just randomly. Use my darker ink for around the edges. You can mix it up as you like or not. Blot a little bit. And if you see something that you want to put more of in, and I want to put more of this aqua because I really like that. A little pink. Okay, so then I'm going to dry it. And it only takes a minute, not even a minute to dry. But some of it's puddled, so I want to make sure that those puddles get dry. And just wipe the rest of it off. Now I'm going to take my sanding block and I'm going to sand it. So that my embossing shows up. See? Now the one I used over here was more of a gold, whoops, was more of a gold piece of vintage, and this one is more of a silver. But if I want, see, it's a darker, and you can also decorate the back of it, which is what I did. So we can just kind of pounce it on. And I think I would like to get one of my blending tools with the felt on it, and let's pounce. Okay, I've got my blending tool with felt on it, so let's experiment. Now this dries pretty quickly. Yeah, you know, I don't think I like that. But let's try putting some of the alcohol ink blending solution on it and see what comes up. Well, it doesn't seem to move it. Well, so now we know. So let me dry that. And yes, I could paint right up back over it with probably the dark color, or really any one of the colors. So let's go ahead and sand it and see what we get, because maybe it'll look like something we like after we sand it. Now you're going to have a lot more metal area showing on this side than on the other side, because this is the debossed side. So actually it does turn out to do okay, because what's in there in the debossed areas looks okay. Alright, happy accident. Now we know what we can and can't do. Okay, so we got this on this side, and you can sand it more if you want to. And I'm thinking that I could put a metallic on there as well. The Vintaj metallics, but I have alcohol ink metallics, so let's try that. Let's put, since this is more of a silver, let's try silver. And you do have to shake these up before you use them. I've already shaken them up, but you have to shake them well. Okay. Okay, so let's put this on here. Put a little bit of our blending solution on it. And yeah, turns out it's kind of opaque, but then we can wipe it back off where we've sanded, and now we've got, I like that, it's got more silver on it now, got some more shine. And let's do a little bit of this on the other side as well, and rub some of it back off. I think I'm going to leave more of it on back here than on the front. So there we go. Okay, so then really all you have to do after that is find a hanger, and this is the one that I use. Let's see if I can find them again. Yeah, it's the one I used. I used a bronze one over here, but I'll use a silver one for this one. And I didn't want to hang it at the bottom because I wanted to have, you know, the other things laying or hanging lower. But you can hang it at the bottom, and then you can hang certain things, charms and things off of here. So let's make this one at the bottom. And my hands are a little shaky. I was doing weed eater yesterday and a little shaky. So I'm using needle nose pliers to help me. Okay, now let's try this. There we go. And let's put it on. And then we use the pliers to close it back up. Okay. And then you can use different chains and things to hang your beads from, wires. Let's use a wire. Let's go with the black this time. I used the brown before. And unwind it. And I use a lot more than I think I need so that I have the room to tie the end. So I'm going to make a knot in the end. And then I'm going to pull it up and wind it around itself. There we go. Okay, so let's cover pearls. We can use this one as well. And I'm going to put this on my pin, and let's go ahead and make a silver one with this alcohol metallic. Put it on there, and take my, now you can just rub it with your hands if you don't mind getting inky, and then you have a silver pearl. And kind of roll it in that. You can also put it in a little tiny baggie, squirt some of the ink in the baggie and mush it around in the baggie so you don't get like that. Get that off of my hand with some alcohol. Hand sanitizer is great. Okay, so let's put this silver bead, silver pearl on, and then I want to use spacers, and I was using Tim's washers. Also I was using some small beads, So I'm gonna pull a couple of those out. I'm gonna put on a washer. And a small bead. I'm not the best at this. It's not my forte, and I know that there are beading needles and things that make this a lot easier. Okay, then let's put on our purple bead that I made earlier. Okay, then we're going to do another small bead. I'm better off just doing it from the table. Okay, and another washer. Alright, and how do we want to finish that off with? Let's do it with one more pearl, and I think I'll just leave this one white. Maybe. Okay, like that. And then I'm just going to find a spot for it, feed it onto the chain, tie a knot, the hardest part for me is getting that knot in the right place where I want it to be. I'm sure you guys are much better beaders and charm makers than I am. And I'm going to cut that off. And so I have the makings of another charm. Okay? And you can add lots of different things to it, hanging things to it. It doesn't have to be beads and pearls. Let's see what I got here. Okay, here's like what looks like a little mirror. And I can take one of my little D-rings. I'm sorry, it's not a D-ring, it's a, you know what they are. Well, lost my nail on that one, but no problem, it's a glue-on. Let me use my needle nose pliers to open this. Here we go. And then I'll hang the mirror from it, and then I'll hang it from this chain a little farther up than our bead string, and then close it back up. So this is what we have so far, and then you can just keep on going right on up and adding to it. So I hope you have fun making charms. I really like to make mini albums, and so what I like to do is make a charm to hang from the spine, the back spine. So have fun, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.